leader of the opposition party, Pierre Poilievre, he is here in Brampton today on the special request of Youth of Canada, Youth of Brampton. So youth want to share their views, what they feel about economy, about the high crime rate, about the inflation and about the affordability. Let's see what Pierre has a message to the youth of Canada, what youth want to say to their opposition leader, to the government, and what are their views on different subjects, because we want you to come forward in the politics and share their views, how they feel. Those youth, those who are newcomer here, those youth, those who are born here, so it matters. When youth have their views on the subjects of the country, it matters a lot. Let's have a look what youth have to say.
As someone born in Canada, I feel like we face a lot of challenges finding a job, so we need a change. Vote for Pierre.
Hi, this is Ruby from Bonnie Jewelers. Small businesses are struggling right now, and we need a new government in place to show some change, so we support the Conservatives. Thank you.
Pierre, lot of youth here and big support to you. So what is your message to the youth of the country now?
Well, first of all, I want to congratulate the beautiful owners of this beautiful business, Bonnie Jewelers. Ruby and Pramjit have opened this place a year ago. They're working hard to build a business, but like everyone else, they're struggling. They're sprinting 7 days a week just to pay their bills. My message to the youth, though, is that life was not like this before Justin Trudeau. It won't be like this after he's gone. We're going to bring home the country where hard work pays off with a powerful paycheck that affords good food and a good home in a safe neighborhood. We're going to axe the tax, build the homes, fix the budget, and stop the crime.
Pierre, economy is not in that great shape and crime is very high. Inflation, affordability is one of the main issue. And youth of the country, they see hope in you.
Yes.
That's the reason there is so much of big crowd here. And across Canada, youth has a hope on you.
Yes.
And they say many are the first time voters, many will be voting again.
Yes.
So that is the future of the country.
That's right.
So, but they feel that they are being betrayed by the leaders. Whenever they come, they make big promises. So what is your promise to the youth of the country? Not only here, but to the Canada-wide.
My promise is that we're going to bring home the Canada that we had before Trudeau. A Canada where, you know, the average house was about $400,000. The average mortgage payment was about $1,300 or $1,400. The average rent was $974. And, you know, obviously there is going to be some inflation in life, but it doesn't make sense that we would be more than double the cost in just 9 years. The good news is life wasn't like this before Trudeau, and it won't be like this after he's gone. He's not worth the cost. The better future ahead for us is to axe the carbon tax, build the homes by requiring the cities permit 15% more home building per year, fix the budget with a dollar for dollar law to bring down interest rates, inflation, and income tax, and stop the crime with jail, not bail, for repeat offenders, with treatment, not more drugs for addicts, and with stronger ports and borders to keep illegal drugs and guns out, and keep the stolen cars from being sent overseas. That's how we're going to do it.
So will you cut the income tax for the country?
Yes.
Okay. We wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, Nitin. Great to be with you. Let's bring it home. Thank you.
We want change in Canada, and we want Pierre to bring it home.
So the reason that we're gathered out here to support Pierre Poilievre today is because we need a change in the society, and we think that Pierre is what will make it happen. There's been too many carjackings, too many break-ins. Everything's out of place. There's no jobs for our youth, and we sincerely believe that Pierre Poilievre is the change that this country needs. I think we can speak for all of the youth and say that I don't think the youth is pretty content with what's happening with the economy, since there's no jobs for us. Everything is going out of price. Everything is becoming super unaffordable.
Hello everyone, this is Parmji from Barney Jewelers, and we support Conservative Party for the next campaign. Make sure you guys vote Pierre. We want to see Canada move forward again. Thank you.
ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ, ਮੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਪਰਮਗਿੱਲ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਇੱਥੇ ਬਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ 에ਅਰਪੋਰਟ ਤੇ ਲਕਾਸ ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪਲਾਜ਼ਾ ਹੈ ਬਾਨੀ ਜੂਲਰ ਦੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋਏ ਆ। ਸਾਡਾ ਲੀਡਰ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕੰਜ਼ਰਵੇਟਿਵ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਦਾ ਪੀਅਰ ਪੋਲੀਐਵ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਥੋੜੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਇੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਟੋਰ ਹੈ ਜੀ ਦਿਸ ਇਜ਼ ਓਨਡ ਬਾਈ ਯੂਥ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਕਿ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਭਾਰੀ ਗਿਣਤੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਯੰਗ ਬੱਚੇ ਆ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਫਿਊਚਰ ਜਨਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਇੱਥੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਹੋਏ ਆ ਟੂ ਮੀਟ ਵਿਦ ਪੀਅਰ ਪੋਲੀਐਵ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਪੀਅਰ ਪੋਲੀਐਵ ਦੀ ਯੂਥ ਦੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਯੰਗ ਪੀਪਲ ਹੈ ਇਟ ਇਜ਼ ਐਬਸੋਲੂਟਲੀ ਇਨਕ੍ਰੈਡੀਬਲ ਐਂਡ ਆਫ ਕੋਰਸ this is the future of our country and we got to do everything we can to support them so ਥੋੜੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਸਾਡਾ ਲੀਡਰ ਪੀਅਰ ਪੋਲੀਐਵ ਇੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਰਿਹਾ ਉਹ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਇੰਟਰੈਕਟ ਕਰੂਗਾ and thank you to everyone once again for always being there for me as well
ਹੈਲੋ ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਬਾਣੀ ਜਿਊਲਰਸ ਤੋਂ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਰਿਕੁਐਸਟ ਕਰਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਪੀਅਰ ਪੋਲੀਐਵ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਾਂ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ
Not only the adult of the country supports the PR, but the youth of the country also support the PR because we want to reduce the crime. As day by the day, crime is at the peak. So, in order to reduce the crime, we support the PR for the welfare of the youth and the welfare of the people. We are with the PR.
Hi, it's Arpan Khanna, Member of Parliament for Oxford. It is an honour to join here today with Bonnie Jewellers, the great young professional team who is hosting us today for a youth rally with our next Prime Minister, Pierre Poilievre. As many youth have been telling us, I've been travelling across the country, they feel like that Canadian promise is now slipping away. If you worked hard, played by the rules, you can get ahead. But after 9 years of Justin Trudeau, housing costs have doubled, mortgage payments have doubled, rent has doubled, the down payment needed to buy a home has doubled, and we have 9 and 10 young Canadians saying they'll never be able to own a home. Crime, chaos, drugs and disorder are ravaging across our communities every single day. So after 9 years of Trudeau, we're seeing a lot of damage in our community. We're seeing our young folks now struggling to get by and build a great family and life for themselves. So that's why Pierre Poilievre is coming today to share his positive vision to axe the tax, build the homes, fix the budget and stop the crime. And it's good to see momentum building up before the next federal election. So our team is ready. We're excited to go, and it's good to see young professionals joining our blue movement that we're building across the country. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for coming here today. I want to especially thank our future Prime Minister, Pierre.
Thank you, Ruby.
And Pierre MP Arpan Khanna, Parm Gill, and Shamsher Gill for making this event possible and for making us feel heard. Jewelry businesses are considered elite businesses, as you all know, but actually they've been struggling for the past few years. We are struggling to make our bare minimum sales to afford our expenses today. Now that's not because of uninterested customers, that's actually because of the economy. If people can't afford their groceries, their houses, how are they supposed to afford jewelry? I know you might think buying jewelry is a luxury, but for many of us, it's part of our traditions, it's part of our culture, it's been passed down generations, and it goes back thousands of years. And we want to see those traditions and cultures back, and we need a new government to do so.
Thank you very much, Ruby, for that great introduction and for summarizing how all Canadians feel.
That's right.
This is the story we hear again and again. I was just out door knocking in Hamilton. I met a young guy. He's a teacher, and he lives with his parents.
Wow.
A teacher. My parents were teachers. They had homes when they were in their 20s. This young guy says he doesn't know when he'll ever be able to afford a home. And meanwhile, we see so many of our brightest people saying they're going to leave Canada. They're going to go back to India. They're going to go south to the US or find a place in the Caribbean. I met a couple the other day. They're from the East Coast. And they've moved to Ecuador. And I thought, well, what are your roots there? They have no Latin roots whatsoever, no South American connections whatsoever. They grew up in Atlantic Canada. They have Scottish and Irish names. And they just sat down one day and said, we got to get out of here. Wow. And they opened up their laptops and they scanned the whole world and said, anywhere but here. Have you imagined this would happen, Parm? When your family came here, what year was that?
That was in 88.
1988.
Yes.
And would you have ever imagined that they would come here, that people would come here to this country and say, I'm getting out of town?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. And Parm lived the Canadian dream. It's just like Arpan, just like Shamji. They came here, they worked hard, they built an incredible life. Current common sense Conservative Member of Parliament, future, past and future Conservative Member of Parliament. But all through hard work. in a country where hard work once paid off. But under 9 years of Trudeau, housing costs have doubled, everything costs more, work doesn't pay. You make it, he takes it. And if, God forbid, you take a risk, mortgage your house to start a business, and you succeed, then he wants to punish you later on for your success, which discourages people from ever taking big risks and creating beautiful businesses like this one. But the good news is, life was not like this before Justin Trudeau, and it won't be like this after he's gone. We're going to bring home the Canada we knew and still love. A Canada where hard work pays off with a powerful paycheck and pension that buys affordable food, gas, and homes in safe neighborhoods. We have a common sense plan to achieve that mission. Axe the tax, build the homes, fix the budget, stop the crime. Axe the tax, build the homes, fix the budget, stop the crime. We will axe the Trudeau carbon tax to lower gas, heat, and grocery bills. It is a tax on farmers who bring us our food. By axing the tax, they can do that more affordably, and you can afford groceries again. We're going to fix the budget by capping government spending and cutting government rates to bring down deficits, inflation, interest rates, and income taxes. By lowering income tax, you will bring home more of each dollar you earn, and hard work will be rewarded again. That after-tax income will mean people can once again enjoy the opportunity to come out and treat their loved one to a beautiful piece of jewelry, to honor a parent, or give a multi-generational gift to a child who will one day pass it on to their eventual grandchildren. That kind of legacy should be celebrated, and it should be possible here in Canada, where we should be the richest country in the world. Think about it. We have the most resources, the most land per capita, farmland, living space. We're bordering the biggest economy in the history of the world, the United States, which helps with our national defense. We don't have two coasts, we have four. We have a south coast on the Great Lakes and St. Lawrence, a north coast into the Arctic, and then we have the west and east coast, access to all the nations of the world. We have the smartest people, the best people from anywhere in the world live right here in Canada. So we have the most fresh water. We have everything we need to be happy here. We need to get the bureaucracy and the gatekeepers out of the way to allow that success to happen. We're going to build the homes by requiring cities permit 15% more home building as a condition of their federal funds, while selling off 6,000 federal buildings and thousands of acres of federal land to build, build, build. We will cut taxes on home building so it's more affordable to build and buy a home. We'll back the trades because we need boots and not suits in order to build those homes for the future. We're going to make those homes in safe neighborhoods with jail and not bail for repeat violent offenders, with treatment, not decriminalized drugs to get our kids off these poisons. Trudeau wants to decriminalize crack and heroin in children's parks. That is wacko. We don't need wacko, we need common sense, and we're going to ban the hard drugs and put people in treatment. We're going to allow licensed, law-abiding, trained and tested sport shooters and hunters to keep their firearms, and instead put the money into bolstering our borders and ports to keep illegal drugs and guns from coming in and stolen cars from going out. We're going to bring home safety. We're going to bring home the country we love. We're going to bring home common sense. The common sense of the common people united for our common home, your home, my home, our home. Let's bring it home.